Alright, here's an update. Yesterday was the first day that the full day that it did not rain. So that was October 9th, 2018. That it did not rain at all in several weeks since September. So nearly 3 weeks. Now it's going to rain a little bit today. So this is the treehouse project. Last night I made a video, but it was hard to see because it was dark. By the time I got some time to record a video, it was dark. So I gotta dig another hole. I gotta finish that one. I didn't rummage through to see if I had any other ratchets. I was gonna do a 3/8 inch bolt right there, but or a lag screw, but oh well, just put in another 1/2 inch. That'll anchor it really good and strong. Yeah, I might have to get some shorter 1/4 inch bolts there, maybe, so they don't interfere with the ones that I gotta put on that side there. It's actually looking like a construction zone here in my backyard. So last night, or yesterday evening, I dumped this 60-pound bag of concrete into this hole. And you see there's a straight edge right there. What that straight edge is one of these single hole concrete blocks basically buried under the concrete. And the hole actually went a little bit deeper than that. I used the concrete block as a guide to pour concrete into. So I got at least 4 inches of concrete underneath this post. And it kind of functions as a foundation, but even though this is pressure treated lumber, so it's not supposed to rot, I wanted this structure to last quite a while and sturdy. So concrete all around it. None of this wood is touching the dirt. That was a little bit of water that pooled up on there. I don't consider myself an expert with concrete or whatever, but next time I'll do a wheelbarrow and mix it in there. I've seen some videos on YouTube where people they'll pour water into a hole and then put the concrete in there. Maybe that's what I should have done. That carriage bolt is off center, and it's kind of, man, should have done a better job on that. Oh well, it'll be reinforced. Actually, I got my holes off of alignment. No way, I had moved that. Yeah, okay. So, the reason why I have confidence in working on this project alone is you see this this ladder here is anchored with tent pegs there, and it's steadied with bricks. So the tent pegs hold this ladder, so like you can pull on it, it will not shake. It's pretty steady. So what I'm thinking about doing here, instead of having posts just on all 4 corners, I have a corner post there, and then I'll have another one in the middle to support it. So it's only 4x4s, and I want to build on this over time, like add to it. The hole was at least 2 foot deep. As you can see, it's at least a foot wide on each side of the 4x4. Yeah, so it's going to take probably about maybe a total of 300 pounds of concrete to fill in. But it's going to take at least 200 pounds to fill it in because the hole was deeper and there's a concrete block there, and that's what you see there in the bottom is 60 pounds of concrete. So I expect an 80-pound bag to maybe fill up around that dark spot, maybe. Yeah, it'll probably take a good 3 of those 80-pound bags of concrete, at least that much to fill up that hole. Probably not going to dig the other holes this big. This was like my margin of error hole. Like I made it extra wide because I did not plumb things properly. Luckily, concrete's cheap enough. But on the good side of it, this side will be anchored very, very good. I want one side to be stronger than the other, just in case there's any structural failing. One side will remain somewhat strong, and this one side will be where this tree is, this poplar tree, and then this here. And then I'm gonna run, although this is 12 foot length, I'm gonna run probably another 4x4 here, about mid-length there, and anchor it. I'm not done with this yet. Lots more progress to be done. And the mosquitoes are really bad back here. This hole has been attracting mosquitoes for more than a week. And I can see all this. There's like tree roots I had to dig out of here. It's just craziness. This old post hole digger is probably older than I am, and I'm 38 years old. Reuse your milk jugs for doing concrete work. And this is a nice healthy poplar tree that it's attached to. I've had thoughts maybe connecting the treehouse to this tree here for more structural strength. Get it closer to there. But I want to have a deck over here. Well, that's going to be for the ladder. Or I might put it on the other side. Actually, I want to have another deck come right out here. I want to have, on this side here, I want to have a bedroom. Take a full-size twin mattress and do bunk beds. And then eventually have it come out as a deck over here. One of my barriers here is this manhole cover for the sewer. You don't want to cover it up because the Ninja Turtles need it. Yeah, my kids, they seen this and, you know, they said they want to live in the treehouse. Really, if I had more time and money to kind of dedicate to this project, save money because I got to save up and do a new roof on my house. It'd be really nice if this tree was about, instead of 14 inches at the base, it'd be nice if it was like maybe 18 inches and at least 16 inches up there, so I would have confidence in using longer bolts. I'd kind of really like to do, instead of 2x6s, it'd be nice to do, it'd be nice to get some 4x6s, something like that, and then put in, or if I could find them, like 4x8s or 4x10s. Or really even just do steel at that point. But yeah, and then bigger, and then 5/8 inch diameter lag screws, and have at least 2 of them go into the wood, you know, 6 inches deep into that tree. Make a nice perimeter, and then if I'm going to use wood, maybe use 6x6s. Make it taller. Right where this here is, where that 2x4 starts, is 8 feet off the ground. So it'd be nice to make it up to that knot up there, make it 10 feet off the ground. And now this 4x4 is a 12-foot length, and a couple feet of it is off the ground, and the hill slopes a little bit. But it'd be nice to bring it out further and have the whole thing like 10 feet off the ground, so it feels like you're more in a tower or whatever. It's gonna be a single-story height off the ground for right now, but it'd be nice if it was a little bit taller, feel a little bit more secluded. It'd just be more of an interesting kind of thing. And be nice to use steel frame, construction steel. Then it'd be strong. But as you can see, for this carriage bolt up here, it sticks out at least 4 inches. And that's just so I can do future expansion. So I can undo that bolt and then anchor another part of the treehouse on this side here to that same post, and or something like that. Or what I might do is just run another board from that tree. Man, it's gonna be hit from both sides with them lag screws. It's gonna be pretty aggressive. I already got 3 of the 1/2 inch in there, and they're about 4 inches deep into the wood. It's super sturdy, does not creak or give at all. But you do kind of worry about the tree. So yeah, that's an update on my treehouse project. I did want to build it kind of over here, but the way the hill slopes and the way those trees aren't quite straight or whatever, it's just a little bit of a challenge. I might eventually use this tree you're looking at right there. I do like that poplar. I'm not entirely sure. I'll probably just build onto it. It'll probably take up a substantial part of my backyard eventually. I plan on insulating it and running electricity out here. I'm debating on whether I should use 40 gauge, not 40 gauge, but an 8 gauge wire to bring the electric out, or 6 gauge wire. Really, I'd like to have 2 20 amp breakers. One that will have outlets outside, so you can use it for like power tools and things. And couple 20s, that way you got enough amperage you can run like a electric heater, which would easily run on 20 amp. And then so you would have a utility circuit where you can put your heavier items on there, and it doesn't interfere with your when I say heavier items, we're talking about like vacuum cleaner, we're talking about shop vac, we're talking about air conditioner. And it's going to be in the shade, so it's not like you're going to need a huge air conditioner to really cool this thing. Well, that's even if you're going to have to use one at all. You might not even have to use one. But anyway, it's just an update on my treehouse project. It's October 10th, I believe it is today, 2018. The leaves have started to fall, but you see a lot of greenery. I think that's, is that even a maple tree, or is it, and it's not even, well, it's starting to change. I'll have to check. I'm not quite sure what tree that is. I know I got a cedar and I got some other kind of tree. Well, that's a tulip poplar right there, and it's like they're just starting to change a little bit. But I mean, you see it's still green around here. This is southern Indiana, for those of you all watching internationally. Harrison County, which is in the southern tip of Indiana, where it meets the Ohio River here in the United States. And the town I live in is Corydon. It's spelled Corydon. Look, yeah, it's gonna rain again. We're supposed to go camping with the family here pretty soon. But yeah, I just want to do an update and show what it looks like, because I've seen, you know, times in a month earlier in the year, leaves are already starting to turn orange then, but that was like 15 years ago. Now, it's still kind of green, like late summer, early fall, or whatever. So until next time, I'll just keep you posted.